So today we have a Titan build for that incredible new exotic shotgun, Slayer's Fang. It's honestly wild how insane this build is, including the loadout we are running. There will be two loadouts here because, stay with me here, stay with me. We are using two shotguns here, and damn it, I might make another loadout. So it's going to be a 3 shotgun loadout. Actually, you know what? Screw it. It's official. In the dim link, you guys will see with all different combinations, you technically can run 3 shotguns in this loadout and destroy everything if you want. Now, with the excitement out the way, let's comment down and get a few things out the way before we jump into the build stuff. For one, if you guys enjoy the content and want to see more from me, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell to be notified for when I do drop more content. Also, if you guys want to pull this build for yourself, a dim link will be in the description and pinned comment below. And as I mentioned in the start of the video, we will have multiple weapons for the loadouts for this link. So keep that in mind when you pull it. And, if you guys want to run your own combination, do so. Just keep in mind the stuff we talk about in this video. Now, with all that out the way, let's jump in and talk about the build. For starters, this will be a prismatic build. I really was going to do a void centric build with this shotgun, but as it stands, the prismatic version here is just off the chains and will be as of at least in the Revenant Act 3 sandbox. Of course, if you're watching this after that sandbox, things may be changed enough for this to not be the case in Heresy or the next expansion, whatever it may be. So prismatic is going to be the best subclass for Titans to use a build like this. Another thing is that we will be using no backup plans. I know, shocker. You could have seen that from a mile away. I wanted to use another exotic, but if you guys understand how it reads, how it performs, you kind of have to use no backup plans here. Bungie basically made Slayer's Fang for no backup plans to become a top tier exotic for the Titan class. That is how incredible the combination is. Now, of course, with Void being very juiced, you could use other shotguns and be very solid, but Slayer's Fang is in its own tier, own level with this exotic. It is just a must. And if you guys don't know, some things have changed with this exotic since you probably last read it. So it now reads like this. While you have a Void super equipped, rapid shotgun final blows or defeating a powerful combatant with a shotgun will grant a Void overshield and start health regeneration. While you have a Void overshield, shotguns deal additional damage, and shotgun final blows refresh the overshield, provides a moderate benefit to shotgun airborne effectiveness and reload speed. And when it comes to the exact number on that damage buff that this exotic will provide, it's going to be a 35% buff in the PvE sandbox. So as you guys see, I just had to use it because it makes sense. And as you guys will see in the Master Lost Sector gameplay here, it is devastating. The 2 shotgun combo, we'll get into all the details. You see here, we fly through this Lost Sector. Now granted, I will say that I do think that this was on the easier side of Lost Sectors. It wasn't a Dreaming City Lost Sector, for example. But the fact that I was just running in there, shredding unstoppable, shredding anti-barriers, just destroying everything and just kind of feeling comfortably alive like I'm playing a Vanguard strike. I don't know. I was kind of shocked by the performance, and obviously I took it into Contest of Elders and different stuff. It was incredible. It was awesome. And a build I'm going to be using a lot more because it rocks. Now, another thing about the Slayer's Fang shotgun here will be that we will be using the catalyst, and the specific one will be repulsive ray. So for whatever reason, if you guys are in need of some help to obtain or figure out how to get these catalysts, we do have a guide on the channel, annotation here on screen for you guys. So hopefully check it out. Hopefully help you guys out in obtaining the catalyst, finding all those invisible anchors and things like that. Hopefully helps you out. Check it out, annotation there. But yeah, with that being said, I think it is the appropriate time to jump in the game and talk about this build. So here we are in game, and hopefully the drip looks good. I like it a lot. Sometimes you guys want to flame me, some guys, you guys love the drip. I probably will have a short on this in the future with all the details. Now, yes, double shotguns, Perfect Paradox, Slayer's Fang, Perfect Paradox. Here we have Pugilist, Trench Barrel going. You could do 1-2 punch, but it just does not. Actually, don't do 1-2 punch. 1-2 punch, you save that for your strand stuff and your solo dungeons. In the case here, Trench Barrel is much more consistent, much more, easier to use. And yeah. And then Slayer's Fang, really, we don't really have, I haven't done the intrinsic perk yet. All we really have is Repulsor Brace refit, and you'll see in the gameplay or seeing the gameplay. That's really all you need. And then Chill Inhibitor will be our power weapon. Bait and switch envious arsenal, really good, one of the best DPSs in the game. And yeah, if you want 3 shotguns, switch this with Scavenger's Fate. I'll have a video on that on the channel. And then Legend of Arcus. Yeah, do it. Let me know how it rocks. Subclass, let's jump in here. Obviously we need a Void Super. The only one we could do with Prismatic will be Twilight Arsenal. Really solid super, really love it. We have a Towering Barricade, really your preference. I was using this for master content in Lost Sectors so I can survive a little bit, and yeah, it just makes sense for that regard, but a Rally Barricade is perfectly fine. Melee will be Frenzy Blade. The main reason, of course, will be for the maximum amount of charges for our Consecration. Ooh, I know, so boring. With our Grenade, we have Glacial Grenade. This works with Consecration now. This is one of the changes that happened in Revenant. Really good there. We have some artifact stuff to also boost it a bit, as well as some fragments to boost this too. Aspect, I already mentioned Consecration. If you're not using it on Prismatic, you're just handicapping yourself. It really makes Transcendence insane. And then for some survivability, Knockout. If you guys feel comfortable switching off of Knockout, you can use Diamond Lance. Be my guest. But for most players, I recommend Knockout. It's pretty damn easy for survivability and just helps you with just maintaining this shotgun tank style of gameplay that this brings. Now for fragments, we have Facet of Solitude, landing rapid precision hits, emits a severing blast from the target, while Transcendent, the severing blast is longer. With our shotgun, we have a lot of weakened stuff going around. This just kind of helps with just controlling the field and reducing the damage output of your enemies. We have Facet of Dawn, powered melee hits against targets and makes you radiant, and power melee final blows makes you and nearby allies radiant. This is really good to kind of enhance the power of our Guardian here, and if you can run it, do it. I know in Echoes you had an orb pickup that will give you radiant, but in this case, really good here. Really loving that. Fast balance, rapidly defeating targets with light damage, grants melee energy. That's the main part of the fragment you're using, and then the other stuff, darkness damage, grants grenade energy, but we could technically get Devour here, so we'll talk about that in the artifact. When it comes to the next one, Fast Protection, while surrounded by combatants, you are more resistant to incoming damage, while Transcendent, the effect is increased. Really good stuff there. And then Facet of Ruin increases the size and damage of the burst when you shatter a stasis crystal or frozen target, and increases the area effect of your solar ignitions. Really enhances our Glacial Grenade, really enhances Consecration. It is a must-have in that regard. So when it comes to our mods, we have a Harmonic Siphon, which will turn into a Void Siphon in this case, a Kinetic Siphon for our Perfect Paradox, and Hands-On to help with that super regen rate. No backup plans, we have 2 Heavy-Handeds because of the artifact mod you'll see, and then Font of Vigor to help with our strength stats. Chest Armor, we have 2 Void Reserves and Concussive Dampener. From what I've noticed, I haven't checked out with just 1 reserve. You cannot get more reserves for your shotgun with 3 Void Reserves. It's only 2. Maybe it's only 1. Haven't checked that out, haven't tested it, but I do know can't do it with 3, or at least it was bugged and not working for me. With our legs, we have Invigoration, Innervation, and a Stasis Weapon Surge to enhance our chill inhibitor power with bait and switch and things like that. Just if I take it in and want a very credible, reliable DPS option, that's really good there. Also, Slayer's Fang is really good too, but Chill Inhibitor is a little bit more consistent. And then for our mark, we have a Time Dilation, Font of Restoration, and Special Finisher. So Special Finisher will help with our ammo economy. Keep that in mind. We'll talk about it in the closing remarks. Getting finishers can be a little challenging because you have so much power on hand, but again, if you're mindful and you're facing yellow bars, you could really do that stuff and really get the finishers off. Now, with our artifact, there's a few things here that avoid sensors that are really important. Concussive, reload, and rapid impacts will be important if you're deciding to use a grenade launcher like Chill Inhibitor. If you guys are not using it, switch those 2 artifact mods for something else. But the main ones you want, Supernova, this new one, Old's God's Right. If you guys are generating Void Breach, really good stuff there. Void Renewal, while Devour is active, Void Weapon Final Blows have a chance to generate a Void Breach. Really good stuff there. We have Power from Pain. Rapid Final Blows against weakened combatants grant you Devour. This will be consistent depending on your content. Something like Contest of Elders, you should be able to proc it more easily. If you take it to Master Nightfalls and Lost Sectors, a little bit less likely. So again, that's why I mentioned the Devour verbiage won't be consistently procced. It's possible with this build, but don't lean on it as a utter guaranteed fact that's going to happen. And then we have Thick of It, Rapid Final Blows while surrounded grant you armor charges, help with just in maintaining our power as a quote-unquote tank in this case. And then we have authorized mods for melee and grenade stuff to reduce the cost of those mods in our armor set. And then for the case of champion stuff, we have Anti-Barrier Shotgun because, yeah, Anti-Barrier Shotgun is incredible and it should never leave. But with that being said, let's jump out and give you guys my closing remarks. Now, one final detail, God forbid you guys do not want to run double shotguns, switch your kinetic shotgun, in this case if you're using Slayer's Fang, to either a sidearm or a scout rifle. But if you need to deal with anti-barrier champions, make sure you use a scout since it has an anti-barrier champion mod like the shotgun does. This build is incredible and probably one of my favorites in the game right now. It's going to be hard for me to put this down if we're being honest, but besides all that, that's pretty much all I gotta say on this one. Just a reminder that we are partnered with Advanced GG, the only clinically proven gaming supplement shown to improve gaming performance. If you guys are curious on what my personal favorite is, well, it will be the Sour Grape Focus. It helps me when I need that extra focus to put together content for you guys, and honestly, shit, my bad. There was a pun in there that wasn't intended. So, since we are partnered, using code ShadowNinja at checkout will get you 10% off your order. Link to Advanced GG in the description if you guys are interested. And of course, if you guys are new here and want more content from me, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell to be notified for when I do drop more content. Besides that, that's all I gotta say on this one. Thank you guys for watching. ShadowNinja here, and I'm out.